Hey y'all, welcome back to Homemade Simple. I'm really glad you're here today. If we've not met before, I'm Lori. I love to share videos each week to help you on your homemaking and frugal living journey. If you're anything like me, this time of the year is when our weekends start to get really hectic, even more so than our weeknights. So that's what we're going to talk about this week. How to get nutritious meals on the table even during those busy weekends. These are going to be super simple and easy recipes to put together. Let's talk about how to get 3 delicious meals out of 1 whole chicken. Two options here for our base of our weekend meals, and one is a large family size package of any cut of chicken. The bone in them is going to be important for the broth section of the recipes, and also the family size is going to be pretty important because we're going to have to get 3 meals out of this one package of chicken. So go ahead and try to find the biggest package of chicken you can, and of course if you see one on sale, that's going to make it even better. Another option is to get a whole chicken. This is a locally raised chicken. I'm actually able to swap locally raised chicken for some of my raw milk that I have available at some parts of the year. So what the farmer did here is he halved the chicken and put each half in a different Ziploc. So this, even though it's 2 packages, is 1 whole chicken. This is what I'm going to use. So if you go to the store and buy 1 whole chicken, that's what this is going to equate to. I have found that the Instant Pot is really the best way to cook chicken, especially if you have a tendency, like I do, to forget to take it out and thaw it ahead of time. I keep most of my chicken in the freezer, and so whenever it's time for me to prepare a meal, I often am having to deal with frozen meat. So filling up the Instant Pot halfway with water and then putting your chicken in is a really quick and easy way to get your chicken done and tender in as little time as possible. I'm going to sprinkle about 2 tablespoons of salt in here. Make sure the pressure valve is turned on. I will press the poultry setting. I'll cook it for 2 hours to make sure that the broth is nice and rich. And then as soon as it reaches pressure, the timer will begin. I'm going to get this chicken out of the Instant Pot. It has released all of the pressure, and as you can see, it's got a lot of really nice broth. It's hot, so we're not going to touch it right now. But I'm going to try to debone this chicken, and then we're going to make a chicken mac and cheese for our first weekend dinner. We'll get this chicken off of the bone first. I have about 2 cups of chicken off of the bone. Now I'm going to pour my macaroni into my boiling water, and then we'll come back to the chicken mixture. This is salted water. I'm just going to pour about 2 cups of elbow macaroni. I'll keep a good watch on that, keep it stirred, and let it cook for about 8 minutes. In my bowl, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of half and half. You can also use milk, but the half and half will give it a little bit of a creamier flavor. I'm gonna add 1/4 cup sour cream. Don't splash it like that. I'm gonna add 2 eggs. We'll sort of stir this around, get the eggs beat up and incorporated. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of cheddar cheese to this mixture. I'm going to add my chicken, which I have shredded. And now it's decision making time. I'm going to add some kind of vegetable to this mixture because I want this to be a 1-dish meal and not have to make a side of vegetables. So I have 2 options today. I can either put California medley in there, which is just a mixture of carrots and broccoli and cauliflower, or I can put peas. I think I will choose the peas tonight. There's no real reason, just that's sort of what I'm feeling. any vegetable really will go well in here. Broccoli, corn, carrots. You can just put any kind of vegetable in here and give it a little bit of nutrition boost. We'll stir this together, and then when the macaroni is done, we will combine that as well. Then it will be ready to put in the baking dish. Got the macaroni all cooked up, so now I'm going to add the chicken mixture into there and stir it all together. You will be able to see if you need to add a little more milk or cream to this as you mix it together and the cheese sort of melts. I think that's going to be creamy enough. So I have 13 by 9 baking dish here. I'm just going to pour all of this in here. I knew I was going to do this. I meant to put some salt and pepper, so I'm just going to put some salt and pepper in here and mix it together, but I should have done this in the bowl a second ago. I just forgot. Just salt and pepper to taste. Spread it out in an even layer, and then top it with another cup or two of cheese. I have my oven preheated to 350. 20 minutes should be more than sufficient. I'll set the timer for 20 and see how the top looks. This dinner is going to be delicious, and it could not have been simpler. Quick and easy to put together, 20 minutes in the oven, and it's ready for dinner time. Our next recipe, we're going to make a buffalo chicken and rice casserole. I'm going to start by making some homemade cream of chicken soup to use as a thickener in the casserole. I'm going to start with 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to whisk in 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Now that I've got that whisked really well, I'm going to heat this until it's thickened to a cream of soup consistency. Okay, I've gotten that good and thickened. I'm going to start by shredding 2 cups of chicken into the KitchenAid. I figure it'll be a little easier to mix all of these ingredients together in the KitchenAid, but you can certainly just do this in a regular bowl with a spoon. To the 2 cups of shredded chicken, I'm gonna add 1 block of cream cheese, 1/2 cup prepared ranch dressing, the cream of chicken mixture, 2 cups of shredded cheese, 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. You can use more if you're not afraid of spice. I'm gonna stir this together until it's well combined. That's good and smooth. Most of the cream cheese is blended into the mixture. So now I'm gonna add 2 cups of cooked rice. To be clear, it was 2 cups of rice before it was cooked, so it grew quite substantially. And now I'm just going to fold everything together, stir it all in. If maybe you don't have time to make a side vegetable and you want to just make this a 1-pot meal, you could add some corn or even some green beans to this and cook it together in the casserole. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make some broccoli on the side, but it's totally optional for you to add that corn or vegetable, but that is an option for you if you are sort of in more of a time crunch. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of salt and a couple of sprinkles of pepper. Give it one final stir. I'm gonna put it into a 13 by 9 baking dish. Even it out a bit. And I'm gonna take another 2 cups of cheese and sprinkle on top, and I'm just gonna sort of drizzle a little bit of hot sauce on the top. I'm gonna put this in a 350-degree oven and bake it for about 20 minutes. The casserole is all done and it looks really good. I'm excited to taste it. I'm not very adventurous when it comes to heat and eating things that are spicy. So I'm hoping that I can handle this, and I really feel like it's gonna taste really good. For our final meal this weekend, we're going to make some chicken corn chowder. So So I'm gonna start by chopping up about 10 small potatoes. I've got the potatoes cut. Now I'm going to rinse them to sort of get some of the starch off, and then we will put in the rest of the ingredients. I have the potatoes rinsed, so now I'm gonna add 6 cups of broth. I'm gonna turn on the heat, add 2 tablespoons of salt and about 2 teaspoons of pepper. I'm gonna add 1 package of frozen corn, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika. I'm gonna stir in 1 cup of half and half. I have cubed 1 block of cream cheese. I'm gonna add that. The last ingredient is the last bit of the chicken, about 2 cups. I'm gonna give all of this a good stir, put the lid on, and let it simmer until the potatoes are good and tender and also the cream cheese has melted. I'll stir it every 5 minutes or so to make sure nothing sticks. I'm going to let it simmer here for quite a while until some of the liquid evaporates. But you can also cook this recipe in the Instant Pot or in the crock pot. All will work. I just chose to do it on the stove today, but you can choose which one suits your schedule the best. I've let it simmer for about 15 minutes. It's thickened up quite a bit. I'm going to use my meat masher to sort of smush up some of these potatoes to make the soup a little thicker. Okay, it's all done. It looks really good and hearty, and it came together so quickly. Well, I hope you'll give these recipes a try. If you do, please be sure to come back and leave a comment down in the comment section below to let me know which one your family liked the very best. If you're looking for the recipes in a printed form, you can find them on my website at myhomemadesimple.com. They'll also be typed out down in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I love you, and I will see you again next time.